Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. Just off a road trip, the Pacers are back at home.
And they face this team just once more after tonight. So they lost that first matchup. They're looking to get this one to boost their confidence and give themselves a chance to win the season series.
Yeah, I think that'll have them coming out of the locker room with a little pep in their step. I mean, they do not want to lose back-to-back games to this team, especially having only one more game to play against them this season.
Now, here's Cunningham. There's a good screen. And that one goes up. Out of bounds. Last touch by Cunningham.
And you watch Jason Tatum, year to year, he is a model of consistency. Across the board, the numbers are pretty similar, and the effort never wanes.
Halliburton deflects the pass. Right side, Mathurin. On the clock. Here's Halliburton. Pass to Walker. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. First quarter of play. 1 minute played. Cunningham looking it over. They set the pick. There's the lob to the hoop. And the dunk by Dick.
Just a fantastic decision maker. Cunningham giving it up in that two-man set.
Back to Turner. Some nice passing here by Indiana. Here's Nembhard. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. That one goes. Count it.
Yeah, that's a good way to start the game. Nice inside bucket right there.
Here's Cunningham. Pass to Shumshay. Tatum a screen. Inside. Stolen by Walker. Now here's Mathurin, the fast break chance. He gets that one.
Good job by Mathurin to get up court quickly. Make sure they capitalize on the nice defensive play.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
And so here is Indiana following the bucket by the Celtics. Halliburton, no good. Pass to Cunningham. There's the pick. The kick out to Tatum. Sinks the three-pointer.
Off to a nice start here. They've hit all three from the field.
And Rick Carlisle decides to call timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team. Pacers trail by 3. Mark, these Indiana Pacers play at one of the quickest paces of any team in the NBA.
Yeah, I love the fact that it's quite fitting considering the nickname, Indiana Pacers. And they do set the pace. They love to push that rock, and they do it relentlessly. Catching you before your defense can get set. It's a beautiful way to play. Tell you what, though, you got to be in great shape to make it work.
Tyrese Halliburton is flat out special, Clark. And you say it all the time. He is an absolute machine on offense.
He really is an orchestrator, a maestro of platinum-level capability. His turnover numbers, outstanding. He's a guy that flirts with the 50, 40, 90 shooting splits and is going to lead the league in assists, I think, a better part of his career going forward. That's how good he is.
Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, the Pacers obviously pushed the fast break. Tyrese Halliburton says the emphasis is getting outlets and running, playing fast. That's a good identity to have. It's a team that people want to play for, and it's a style you don't want to play against. You've got to be ready to play us. Kevin, the idea is for them to wear you down.
They fly, David. Baseline to baseline. They can really go. That shot, no good. Great D that time from Tatum. Tick in the corner. Elbow shot. And the jumper falls for him. Diggs got his second bucket.
So much balance when Diggs in the air. Always able to square his chest and make a confident stroke.
We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And, guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that.
Look at that.
Oh, my goodness. Watch out.
And the challenge defensively is to find Cunningham at all three levels. He can beat you at the rim. He can beat you from 30 feet out and everything in between.
Shot's good by Walker.
And they're beginning to just flat-out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Tatum a screen. Down low. GA, these Boston Celtics are unquestionably a top-tier offensive unit.
Stupendous shooting, excellent instincts with the ball. Yeah, they are a model offense in many ways, making it tough for many teams to keep up with them.
You really like your chances with Tatum at the line. He locks in and focuses on these two. He's as solid as it gets from the line. I mean, give him the opportunity, he's cashing in on those.
There's 45 seconds left here in the first quarter. Back to Halliburton. 5 to shoot. Pass to Mathurin. It's up a 3. A rebound by the Celtics.
I love the anticipation defensively there to get into the perfect spot.
Boston again missing. And so it's Walker with it, who brings it up for Indiana. They trail by 1. Dunn, right side. Rejected by Halliburton. Here's Nembhard. And once again off the mark by Indiana. At the end of 1, a closely contested game so far. Celtics lead by 1. Logan. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Boston.
Straight away, they've opened things up offensively with skillful passing, running smart plays, and just setting guys up for success.
And, you know, in no time at all, they've also started finding points inside, already taking apart that interior defense.
Here's Walker. It's Cunningham with the rebound.
Good offense squaring up against better D there. You got to appreciate that stop.
Turner with the steal. They're running. Nembhard with it. Driving to the basket.
Just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
Pass to Bouknight. Good, and the assist goes to Cunningham.
Assist goes to...
You know, a trend that's been unmistakable, Greg, over the last few decades has been the number of positionless players
Yeah, and I think that's a great thing, right? So many players now with diversity in their skill set, and there's no need to commit a player to a certain role just based on their size.
And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by, makes it off the glass.
Timeout.
Cunningham's got 6.
And this is the beauty of Cunningham. He can score from anywhere on the floor. That length, obviously, a huge advantage.
And Rick Carlisle decides to call timeout. He wants to talk to his guys. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Here's Halliburton. Out to Turner. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Mathurin. And it's Jason Tatum with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Halliburton. He's definitely a factor in their offense, averaging 12 points a game. And Nembhard has it in the corner. That's good, and it's Halliburton with the assist. Nembhard's got 7 points here in this quarter.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
I'm not sure whose fault that was, guys, but they need to get on the same page here.
Halliburton outside. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. The kick out to Walker. Pass to Mathurin. 5 on the clock. Indiana needs to get a shot off. It's over Bouknight. And it's Mathurin missing. Boston trailing. Cunningham with it. Halliburton picks him up. Basket counts. Cunningham's got 8 points.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And there's the drive. Now, Nembhard. 10 points in the game so far.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense is determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throw.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And it's Cunningham with the ball for the Celtics. Trailing by 2. They'll be playing host to Miami for the next game. And that will be the first game of 5 straight at home. Outside Mathurin. Lopez with the block.
Big Brook Lopez gobbling up space and getting the block on that play.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, thanks. Well, there's plenty of scorers on the Celtics, but Jason Tatum says, I'm going to get my shots. It's just about trusting the process. From experience, I understand that I'm good enough that I can relax and defer a little bit. Then in the fourth, I can score 20 in the quarter. Kevin, it sounds like he's figured it all out.
Thank you so much. You know, he can take over at any time, and it's fun to watch. DA, we thank you for that. And Rick Carlisle decides to call timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Indiana trailing here. With the step back. To the inside. And oh, the block shot crabs it out of the air. Nice ball movement by Boston. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. The Celtics have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. The first free throw is good.
At the line for the Celtics, Shumshed. Taking 2 shots.
No good on the second free throw. Here's Shepard. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Indiana shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Guys, that says a lot about the poise of this team. I mean, they've been so calm, cool, and consistent at the stripe this year. I mean, that's impressive.
Cunningham outside. It's stolen by Shepard. Here's Nesmith. Drops in the tray off the fast break. Nesmith has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Pacers.
Well, you know, they've been aggressive on the defensive end, and it's paying off for them. Quite a few takeaways for them in the early going.
They've out-hustled the opponent so far in this one. A lot of points in the open floor, and that's giving them the advantage.
And it goes down 2 points.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here. Tell you what, the defense was lucky there. I mean, leave him that open from range, he'll typically knock it down.
And a wide open look for Cunningham. Drops in the tray. Cunningham's got the lead up to 3 now for the Celtics.
And you see that one motion shot. Cunningham very consistent from distance.
It's good.
Oh, he had him spinning. It looks like he's dizzy after that crossover.
6-second difference between shot and game clock. Cunningham's shot is off. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
He hits both from the stripe. 17 seconds left in the second quarter. Dick wide open. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. And it's 6 points for Grady Dick. It has been nip and tuck through the first half.
Exactly, guys. The way it seesaws back and forth, unbelievable.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. It's the Pacers. They're up by 1. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. And so Poole will bring it up for the Celtics. It's a 1-point game. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
Check out Poole taking it to the 10 with reckless abandon.
Greg, it's not the first skill you think about, but Jordan Poole is unreal at the foul line.
I mean, led the league in 22 at 92.5%, beating out teammate Steph Curry by 0.2%. Who's always been amongst the league leaders in attempts.
Seems like every time, Greg, we see Tyrese Halliburton, he's wearing a big smile on his face.
Talk about a guy who just loves this game. Halliburton is such an enthusiastic player, and that positive attitude really infects his entire team.
And it's Walker penetrating. That's good, and it's Halliburton with the assist.
For his size, Walker has great burst off the bounce.
They set the pick. Here's Dick. Pass to Shumshed. Here's Green. 6 to shoot. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And Bouknight slams it in.
I know Poole was looking for his shot, but he's smart and makes the right pass instead.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
First personal foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
And you can see why they continue to call Cunningham trouble. Once he's flipped that switch, let him go to work.
Here's Turner, and he banks in the layup. Turner's got his first basket.
Well, I like this execution coming out of the half. Solid. 3 for 4 from the field so far.
Cunningham's shot is off. Indiana leading. Outside, Walker. Three-pointer. It's hauled in by Shumshay. Tatum looking around. They set the screen to the paint. Here's Cunningham. And Cunningham with the slam.
Man, I love watching Tatum break down the defense in the pick and roll, exploits any passing lane that's available to him.
So the Celtics call timeout. They're first.
And a wise move to call timeout there. They need to settle down a bit. They've been playing out of control at times here. It shows with their turnover numbers.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. For the lead, the rebound by Turner.
Well, you know he wants that one back. I mean, more often than not, he'll sink that mid-range jumper.
Mathurin with the ball. He's picked up by Dick.
It does not get much easier than that, but somehow he came up empty there.
And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to be on Miles Turner.
And Tatum does a little bit of everything, and he's especially skilled down low. Fantastic at drawing the defense into him and playing off the contact while he's going up for his shot.
And so Tatum nails them both. Indiana trailing here. Now, here's Halliburton. He's got 5. On the wing, Mathurin. Sweet move. It's tipped. And that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Just 5 to shoot. Looking to end his cold spell.
And that combination of length and instincts, that's what makes Cunningham so competitive at the defensive end.
Done shot's good.
Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
You know, numbers don't always tell the story, guys, but his assist totals do paint the picture here. I mean, he's got everybody involved.
And so it's Rick Carlisle here calling timeout. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team.
Substitution on the court.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Pacers trailed by 4. Siakam outside. The trade. Rebound Boston.
Tough to hit that shot when the D is all over you like that.
Over in the corner, Cunningham.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
1:57 left in the third quarter. Good D by Siakam. by Siakam. Pass to Nesmith. 4 on the clock. Shoots over Dick. Indiana again missing. Over to the left wing. And here's Tatum for 3. Pascal Siakam grabs the miss. To end the cold streak. And the 3 ball is good.
And plays with solid floor recognition. Siakam continues to fine-tune those playmaking skills.
Inside Tatum.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint. And the defense, no factor, which is why he simply laid it in.
Cunningham outside. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And it's easy to see why so many are so high on Cunningham. A talented guard who can do a little bit of everything.
2 shots.
And so Cunningham nails both of them.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Yeah, they've not missed a single foul shot this half. That's taking care of business, fellas.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
A fluid, agile penetrator. For a guy his size, he's nimble-footed, and Washington does a good job around the rim.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. For the tie, and the rebound goes to Lopez. Celtics leading by 3. Cunningham inside. It's good. Cunningham's got 8 here in the quarter.
And he's really made the most of his opportunities today. I mean, he needs to keep working for those kinds of looks.
Tipped away. It's stolen by Green. And the quarter ends with some stifling defense right there. Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation. And so it's Cade Cunningham making things happen for the Celtics. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that.
The Celtics, 53.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Pacers trailed by 5. Walker a screen. Haliburton drives in. And they pick up 2.
First step quickness that time from Haliburton. Got the defender on his heels.
Here's Poole. And he uses the glass on the layup. Poole's got the lead back up to 5 now for Boston.
Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
Puts the move on. Haliburton, no good.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
It's clearly been their edge, and in a close game like this, you look for every edge you can find.
And he makes that one.
Assist from.
And that's 21 points for Cade Cunningham.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Ball's knocked loose. Pass to Dick. Pulls up on the wing. Walker with the rebound. And Walker's got the ball here for Indiana. They trail by 7. They host the Spurs after this one. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home. Here's Mathurin. And he gets that one to go off the front iron.
Look, we know Mathurin is a flat-out scorer, but you rarely see him operate in that mid-range area.
Pass to Poole. Rejected by Walker. And he gets it back. The Celtics call time.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Typically, there's some type of adjustment made out of a timeout. It might be major, or it could be just a slight tweak.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, the head coach for the Celtics talked to his team during the break. Now, his perspective was to play like we're behind. He said that's the energy we need right now. We haven't won anything yet. Back to you guys.
Okay, David, thanks.
And you look at Grady Dick's physical gifts, and you see it's all there. Size, length, careful training, and hard work could make him into something special.
Nembhard. No one near Turner as he lets it go. The 17-footer goes down.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
And that's something Cunningham takes pride in. Sharp read with that pinpoint pass.
Takes a step back. Outside Mathurin. That falls. Nice feed that time from Halliburton. Mathurin's got 5 points now in the quarter.
You know, this has been a totally different half for him. He definitely looks more comfortable now, guys.
Tatum, that's good.
The pick and roll disrupts the defense and gets Tatum loose there to get that one off.
Here's Mathurin. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And 11 points here for Benedict Mathurin.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
Cunningham gets the bucket. Cunningham's got 12 points here in the second half.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Well, once they recognized the advantage they had inside, it made a lot of sense just to continue to attack that area.
And so Walker nails both of them. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. To the middle. Here's Nembhard. Outside, Walker. With the drive. And the dunk by Walker.
When Jarris Walker stuffs it, we feel those bucks over here.
Here's the screen. Pass to Dick. And the dunk by Dick.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam. Seeing some
urgency from him there. Sure.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game. Halliburton coming up big. No rest in that man's game. He takes the shot and makes the shot.
Back to Cunningham. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. And the dunk by Dick.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down.
Well, I tell you what, that's the play we'll remember if they can put together a little surge to break this game over. Big basket by Mathurin. He relishes these moments.
Cunningham inside. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Boston?
Well, throughout this game, they've been lighting it up from mid-range. I love seeing that. They've made that the focus of their offense, and it's really paid off.
And the other thing that stands out is just how well they have moved the ball. Everyone's touching it and having a chance to create.
Some nice passing here by Indiana. Here's Halliburton. Done with some nice D.
and not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Back to Halliburton. Here's Turner. Yes!
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game. Yes.
Cunningham right side. Shot clock at 5. And it's out of bounds. Let's see, they say last touch by Mathurin. 24 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What an opportunity here.
Yeah, chance to take the lead. This is huge.
Pass to Halliburton. They could win it. Oh, that shot had a chance, but no good.